Hey everybody, it's Brett from Crow Hollow Woodworks, and today we're going to be working on my new shop acquisition, which is this 100-pound Trenton Anvil. I picked up this bad boy a couple weeks ago off of Facebook Marketplace. I paid $400 for it for a 100-pound anvil, which around here, to find one that's not beat up, that's around about that weight for $400 is a pretty good deal. So I saw that and jumped in on it. It's got some rough spots on it. It's rusty. It's got some boogered up spots on the top, but you know, overall it's in pretty good shape. So we're just going to clean it up, get the rust off of it, and try to soften some of these edges and turn it into a good working anvil. So let's check it out. So this is what the Evaporust gel looks like on. It does appear to be sitting on the surface and not dripping off. It's thinner than what I thought it would be, but it is clinging to the vertical surfaces, so that's good. This is the first time I've ever used the Evaporust gel, so I'm anxious to kind of see how it works, but I will say that a little goes a long way. I didn't use very much of the of the bottle at all, and I was able to cover this entire anvil. So I'm gonna let it sit there for 1 to 2 hours, and then we'll see what it looks like after that. Alright, so at this point you've seen me go through a pretty extensive de-rusting process on this anvil. We started out with doing some degreaser to get the grease off of it, and then we went with the wire wheel to get the big chunks of rust and all the stuff in the little nooks and crannies. And then we went with the Evaporust gel to kind of get the rest of the surface rust off, and then another hit with the wire wheel. So at this point I feel pretty good about it being de-rusted. But before I put an oil finish on it, I'm going to work on cleaning up the top. It's got some welding balls on it where somebody used this to weld on at some point, which I guess isn't uncommon. But I'm going to try to clean up some of these edges just a little bit, and the surface here, and then the horn, so there's not such large bits of gouging and things on it, so that it doesn't affect my work in the future. So I'm going to leave the rest of it alone, but just kind of hit these working surfaces. So that's the next step in our process. Hey guys, that wraps up our anvil restoration here. If you have any questions or comments about how I did it, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you. I do want to remind you that this is not a collector's anvil. So me taking a grinder or a flat disc to it didn't hurt the value. If you do have a collector's anvil or something that's hard to find, I recommend that you don't, because you could really hurt the value. But on this one, we're able to get it back in a good working shape. We got the top surface cleaned up, we got the edges rounded over. Got the horn nice and clean, got those big gouge marks off there, and really taking all that stuff off there really helped improve the ring and the rebound. Just kind of listen to it there. Got a good bounce. So that sounds a whole lot better, so I'm really happy we were able to improve that. And then plus we got that wax coating on there, that wax and oil coating to prevent it from rusting any further in the future. So I'm really looking forward to using this in the future as I learn how to do blacksmithing myself. But as always, I appreciate everyone's support and I appreciate you watching. So we'll catch you next time.